Hello. Don't know if anyone's there yet. Let's have a look and see what we've got here. Hello. Hey everyone, can everyone hear me okay? I'm just waiting for people to come in. I've just got the chat. We're trying something a bit different. I've actually connected up my camera. So let me know if it all looks and sounds okay, as it was a bit of a scramble to get it to work and then it crashed on me. So yeah, good. Everyone's working. Right. So I've kind of got you on here because my computer is over there and you're hooked up to the normal studio camera. Oh, I need my notes. So it was a bit of a dramatic go for it because it wasn't working and then it started working. So, but then I realized that you're on the screen over there and how am I going to read back your comments? So here we go. Hi, Adam. How you doing? So it's a little bit small, but we'll have to kind of do with it. I don't have an iPad, so you're just on here. So just wait for a few more people. Who have we got in here then? Grady, Tony, Philip, Nathan. Hi. This is not really going to work, is it? It's a bit laggy, but we'll go with it. I'll try and make it work. I need a tablet, really. Hey, Jonas. How you doing? Hi, Tim. Just wait for a few more and then we'll kick off. So if you want to talk about anything, then just put it in the comments and then we'll have a chat. Unfortunately, Rebecca is waiting on the shopping delivery because some idiot decided to order the shopping and have a live web chat. So there we go. So hi, Will. Racing 393 DDM Drive. Bruce. Mark. So I've made a list of a few bits and pieces to go through, but hopefully we can just sort of ad lib it and go for it. Do you know, the last time I did this was December, so it's been a while. It was almost a month and a half since we did our last chat. So there's been quite a lot of stuff going on. So I kind of put some stuff together on cars and planes and channel updates and releases and all that kind of stuff. So what should we start with then? What's been going on? I'll just give you an update on the channel because there's been a hell of a lot going on, but there's been stuff going on in the background and things like that. So the cars, the TA03R-S, that's the chassis that I built on the show. That's got the street body that I'm now changing to the 911 GT2 body. I've got to paint that up, so that will be coming really soon. Then you've seen the Wild One Night Customs. That will be built very, very soon. The one that people keep asking me about, and it's very popular, it was the Dark Impact V, the Ready to Run stuff. So that one's definitely coming on the show. But I want to do proper running as well as I want to do sort of real head-to-head and try and make it as fair as possible. So that's definitely one I want to do. Then we've got the Brat that was on the show not long ago. Got to build that as well. So things are racking up quite a lot. And then we've got some giveaways that are coming up. We've got a Patreon giveaway and we've got a channel giveaway. That'll be in the next couple of weeks. There's a product release video that I've finished that's sitting waiting for release. So that will go out as soon as the official date is. I can't tell you anything about it, but the video's done and it's sitting waiting to go. That's quite a good one. It's definitely worth a watch. What else have we got? Then we've got the new product releases. We've got the new truck. Oh, the truck that I did. Got to do the interior on that as well. And then we've got to do a trailer. I've got to do a lot more driving videos, but the weather's been so awful that I don't really want to take stuff out and get it absolutely caked in mud. But there's driving videos. We've got to do the Super Avanti, Mini 50, Rothman's 934 I want to drive, and a few others as well. I've got another 934 body set coming, but the ETA on it seems to be slipping. I hope I haven't just been done, but I bought it about a week ago and the guy says it was posted and then he's kind of fobbed me off. So let's pray I haven't been done for that. The Terra Conqueror that's been on the show before, that's going to get a rebuild. I'm waiting on a chassis for it. I've got everything to restore it, but until I get the chassis, then there's no point, because if I build it and then I have to dismantle it all again to change the chassis over. So it's kind of just sitting waiting for the chassis. I thought it'd be really easy to get that part, but it's on back order. So that will come. Then we've got the Kyosho Mid that we all talked about. I've got one of those on order. So whenever that turns out, March, I think that is. So I think that covers pretty much all the stuff that's lined up. Then I did the long lost projects. These are the ones that people hassle me for. The Juggernaut rebuild. Yes, I'm still got to do that. The Big Wig rebuild. That one is another one that needs to be done. The Cat XLS Max build, where every option, that one's coming as well. They're not gone. They're just been pushed out. Yeah, so sorry about that. What else have we got? Then from the plane section, quite a lot's been going on in the planes that you haven't actually seen. There's quite a lot of bits and pieces flying around. Literally, this is something I'm trying to get back to be airworthy. I was gifted this and a really cool biplane. So there's a lot more of that coming on the show. Also, I splashed out a load of money and picked up a new controller that will run everything, cars, trucks, because I want to use all the extra channels on the truck. So that's coming. What else? Some more flying videos. I'm going to bite the bullet and get a little tiny camera so that I can put the camera on it to fly it. Now I've got my license, I can do that without getting in trouble. Yeah, I bought a Radio Master TX16S Max 2S battery upgrade in it, and I also got the Beta FPV ELRS Micro TX module, which gets a bit OTT. I'll show you. See, this is where my little brain gets a little bit fried. There's a lot to this, but I've managed to bind it up to a couple of cars and also a plane. And I ordered a load more receivers and things like that. So this now runs. This actually will run. Whoops. But this is a bit complicated, so it's taken me a while to get my head around it. And also I've got the extended module on the back, so that makes it even more confusing. Also, I've got a drone came in. My son's playing with it. My son is actually going to do a video. I gave it to him to do because I thought it'd be something he'd be interested in. So he's been messing around with it and trying to learn how to fly it. So it's a little diddy one that's got a little camera in it, and then you put on the headset and you can actually see where you're going. So that was something I thought would be quite good for him. And then he's going to do a full review video on it, which I thought would be pretty good. So there we go. So that's coming. So yeah, there's loads. It's absolutely manic at the moment. Let me have a look at this because I feel like I'm just talking to no one at the moment. Hey, Ashley. Parts and budgets are holding up projects. Yes, parts hold up project. That's one of the things that is a bit of an issue is when we're trying to do stuff. If it's just building a kit, it's not too much of a problem. It's quite easy because you've got everything. But if you want to modify it or you want to change anything, then you're kind of at the whim of part availability, and that turns into a bit of a nightmare when you're trying to produce a video every 2 to 3 days. Hi, Matt from New Zealand. That's a massive jump from my 6th channel. Yeah, I'm not sure how many. What you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 16, 17, I don't know, 18 channels, something like that. I've got a few of them working. I've managed to hook up. I totally got working my Easy Trainer. This now is fully working with that. And I've also got different mix rates and everything, so I can go from being docile to more agile and stuff. This is really good. Well chuffed with it. I've been getting on all right with it. I haven't flown it with those sticks yet because it's been so windy, but I've trimmed it all up and everything, so it's all waiting to go as soon as the wind drops enough that I can fly it. But check this. Look at this. I was gifted these. Now I haven't. I've got to do quite a bit to this one. I've got to put different electronics in it, and I'm not really ready to fly this yet. I need to fly and land it on grass and stuff like that. Whereas the fields out the back of me, this wouldn't land very well. But at some point, I'll be taking this for a spin, but not until I'm happy that I can actually comfortably fly it. So loads more on the plane front for sure. What else have we got? Right, that's kind of covers most of the planes. What else have we got? I think we covered what's currently going. Projects. Then we got the new releases. The Astute. Oh yeah, have you seen that the Astute is out? It's supposed to be coming out, but a few people have already got it and put some photos up on the RC Kicks Facebook page. So I was surprised to see it. I must admit, I do like the look of it more so than the TD4. I've got one on order, but I'm not sure when they're coming in the UK. Then we've got the 58701, which was the Opel Calibra Cliff livery. I'm not getting that because obviously I've got the other one. So there's no point building the same chassis just to do a different paint job. Then the M08R. Well, I've got an M08 concept, so I'm not going to get that in because there's no point, even though it's got a few more bells and whistles. But I've upgraded my M08 anyway. So, what else have we got? Oh, the big one was the news of the USA releases for Tamiya and how it all came out. That was quite a good one. And I think I might be wrong, but I think I was the person on YouTube who announced the products for Tamiya. So I bet they were most impressed with that. So I'll give a big shout out to the person who contacted me to let me know. I'm not sure what actually happened, but my guess, they did that countdown clock thing, right? And that was America, I think, that did that. And they had all the information on the releases on the website, but for some reason, someone found it. So that's how it got out, and then it was sent to me, and then I made a video on it. So yeah, it was a bit of a weird one, but and then the countdown clock kind of broke as well, so it was a bit of a hoo-ha, really. Oh, Rebecca's on here. Hello, Rebecca. Why are you hiding? Come and help me. I need someone to read me the comments because I'm reading them on my phone, and my phone's down here, and then you guys are over there. So this doesn't really work for me. It might look a bit better from a camera point of view, but for me, it doesn't really work. I need your comments like here. The new Saint Dragon, what do you think of it? Well, the chassis is pretty much the same standard chassis that we've had on other ones. So, you know, up to you, really. It's personal choice. I have got, what is it on order? What is it? It's the, I'm terrible name, Thundershot. I've got a Thundershot on order. I've got an original Thundershot, but to build on the show. So I'm getting that. Whether I'll keep it or not, I probably will get it in, turn it around and sell it, because my vintage one's in perfect condition, but I'm a big fan of it as well. So I thought I'd get that one in. What else have we got? Land Rover 90 on the CC02, which is also with the Bronco. I was quite surprised at the Bronco release. That body set does look really good, and it's on the CC02, so it kind of competes with it a little bit on that one. So is anyone getting one of those? Then you had Schumacher dropped the MI8 car. Make of that what you will. I mean, I'm not getting it on the show. Obviously, it's a track looking thing, but I think we're going to see something from Schumacher Racing soon. I keep saying that, don't I? Every time we have one of these. But I was contacted by Schumacher Racing, so he couldn't tell me anything, but he kind of, you know, said there's more stuff to come. So make of that what you will. But hopefully we'll see some vintage stuff. But I've been saying that on and off for the last 3 months. But Schumacher tend to do it a bit different. Schumacher seem to only release it when they've got all their boxes sitting there waiting to go. They don't release it ahead of time. I guess they just don't want to have the pressure on themselves that they're going to, you know, it's going to slip or anything like that. But leaving it to the point where you've got like boxes and boxes just sitting there waiting to go, I think, you know, you could bring it out a little bit earlier than that with a few teasers and, you know, that kind of stuff, instead of just it's out, that's it. But hey, what do I know? What else we got? Well, we had all the information about the Kyosho Mid. That was really nice at the show. Lots of pictures, and there was a couple of videos on YouTube. It looks really good. There's a few things that I didn't know at the time when I did my video on it. It's actually got they've gone back and they've tweaked the car, which was really nice. Which is kind of what they do with a lot with their Legendary series. So yes, it will run brushless, but they've also added in a slipper and a belt tensioner, which is really nice. So they've definitely upgraded it a bit, which is really, really good. So it's obviously it's not going to be dirt cheap. And then some of the early ones are going to get the turbo decals. I'm not sure if they get a second body, but I think it's just the turbo decals, and then you can paint it up differently. Not quite sure. I haven't seen it confirmed anywhere, but there was a plaque, but I didn't know what it said. But that's what the general consensus is at the moment. Anybody know any more than that? Am I doing any more fix and flips? Well, I'm still working on the other one. I just put new wheels on it. So I've still technically not finished it, and I haven't flipped it yet either. But I'm quite happy with it. It's coming along. Well, the fix and flip, I suppose you can fix and keep is more what you say, is the Terra Conqueror that I've got in, that I'm restoring whenever the chassis turns up. So that will be coming. The problem is that parts have become so expensive that the money side just doesn't add up. You might as well just buy a mint one if you can find one, or a new in-box one. If you try to restore it, and when I mean restore it, I mean to a very high level. I mean that when you pick it up and you turn it over, it looks brand new. You know, there's no road rash, nothing. Everything is tickety boo. There's no scratches. New body, original if you can get it, original decals, blah blah blah. So to restore it to what I would call a shelf queen, parts people are asking stupid money for trees, and then obviously it takes time to find them. So it's just become really expensive. So, which is a shame, because that's my favorite part of making content, is restoring old stuff. But because of the amount of time it takes, the massive expense, and then the amount of views I get, it doesn't really pay to do it. But that doesn't mean I won't do them. It's just not my top priority, really. So there we go. What else have we got here? Mid $679. Yeah, the mid will be expensive, but then everything seems to be expensive. The Tamiya Avanti Black. Whoo, yeah, that kit's expensive. Oh, okay, yeah. So the first release comes with both wings and decals. Oh, also another thing I heard about it is the slipper cover on the mid used to be part of the polycarbonate body that you just cut out and then you make it. But apparently it's now a hard plastic one as well. So that's another upgrade. But unfortunately, the only thing that I'm kind of, it's a bit of a shame about is the shocks. The shocks obviously come from the Turbo Optima, whereas I wish they'd have gone back to the traditional shocks that you got on the mid, because so many vintage mids really need those shocks, and they would have sold bucket loads of them. So that's a bit of a shame. Tires, yes, obviously they went with more modern tires, but you can get these reproduction. So if you want to make it look like a vintage one, you kind of can, apart from the suspension, obviously. What else have we got? Greetings from USA. Hi, John. Oh yeah, someone posted a thing about in America that when the tax man is after you in America, that if you sell anything on eBay or Facebook, that you have to keep that and you've got to pay tax on it as an income. Now that's really going to stuff you up if you sell on eBay, because eBay fees are already killing it anyway. And then if you've got to save and pay your tax on it, it's just going to become totally pointless. But also this is Facebook as well. So is this really going to really damage the sort of secondhand market for RC online? You're just going to have to sell stuff locally. That was bonkers to me, that you have to pay tax on something that you've already got. But Yes, there's a Porsche 959. This is one of the first cars I rebuilt on the channel. It's a bit dusty, but yeah, it lives on the table now. Colorado, hello Ray, Colorado. Beat up vintage hot shot for $100. That's pretty good. They can take a bit of a beating, the old hot shots, and then parts are obviously easy enough to find, so it's not too difficult to get that up and running. But don't restore it too much. I've actually got an original hot shot that I haven't restored, and I love driving it. It's a really nice car to drive, but if I restore it, I won't drive it anymore, so I don't. So it comes out in the summer. Switzerland, hello. Hey Gareth, how you doing? Yeah, Gareth, what's with the VX02 Pro being £1,400? It's just a holding price, obviously, unless it's gold plated or there's only 4 of them. I must admit, I did like the VX01. I've got one here, so I will be getting the VX02 as well. But what would be really nice is to put like a. I've got a thing about Porsches at the moment, but the wheelbase is different. I was messing around because at the moment. Sitting next to my computer is this. So this needs a home. I need to find a home for this. It needs its own chassis. So at some point I've got to do something about that. And then obviously this is the chassis that's getting the what is it? The 911 GT2 body that was on the show that I built. But believe it or not, this actually fits. You need to mess around with it a little bit, but it will actually go on. It's the rear that's a bit wonky, but I've already had the holes drilled. But you can actually, you can't really see it. I just need to drop this and it would actually go down. The wheelbase is a little bit wonky, but you could fix it. But that's not what I'm going to do with this chassis. So it's just sitting here like this, but I need to find a chassis for this somehow. So there's lots of projects, lots and lots, especially getting out and about. One thing I found is when the weather's wet and muddy and horrible, as long as it's not windy, then I go and fly. But going out, for me, the hardest thing is to actually go out and drive road cars. I can fly really easily. I can take crawlers out whenever I want, and the muddier the better. So that's not a problem. Road cars are the real difficult one for me. There just isn't that many places to take them. The 934. There you go. I don't know if you can see that. Come back a bit. So I did a few little upgrades. It's now got body pins that are actually 3D printed. They look really cool. I've got a few more of them to do. I've got a load more of them in here to paint up, to stick on all the rally cars. I really like that because I hate a few things I really don't like. One, stickers for window wipers. Don't like them either. And the body pin stickers look a bit naff. So 3D printing is great. So I got sent these. So